Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and of course I've got some fun stuff to show you. As usual, we're going to kick it off with a bang here. We got a new RLC piece. We got this 71 AMC Javelin AMX, and I was actually surprised that they're numbered on the back. RLC hasn't been really doing that lately. So Redline Club AMX. Of course, we're going to open this sucker up. I actually picked up two of these. The other one I got has some weird tampo paint issue, which is a bummer. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know. Maybe I'll send them an email with a picture and see if they'll do anything for me, or maybe like refund me for it. I'll send it back. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much useless the way it is. Maybe I'll show it to you guys in the second segment of the video. Obviously, I'm not going to open that one. I'm going to open this one that I think does not have any quality issues. So we're going to go with that. But I'm actually stoked on this one. I think this is cool. It's kind of a Hot Wheels version of a Zinger, is what it feels like, or what it kind of looks like. But I don't know. I think it's kind of neat. So for some reason, I was really excited about this piece. Not a lot of people were, maybe, because they were really easy to get. Like, really easy to get. I was late logging in to get it, and I got it, before it sold out. So, I don't know. But, yeah, there's that. All right, so sticking with Hot Wheels for a minute. I did find some stuff in store. I found a Honda Civic Si, this gold one. I think this is like the hot mainline from the C cases. I found a Gasser, the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser, the Collector. This is a pretty cool livery on this Chevy Bel Air, one of the most popular castings, of course, from Hot Wheels, and this is a pretty cool looking version of it. I found this BMW 507 and yellow. Jeez Louise. That guy. Found that. Under control. All right. And then two Red Edition cars. I actually found all three. There was a third one there, and I just didn't pick it up. And I actually debated on even picking up this Dodge Charger SRT, but this is a Red Edition, Target Red Edition, and then this Fiat 500e is also a Red Edition. I didn't grab. I don't remember even what it was, but like, not a great selection of Red Edition cars. No offense to you guys that are a fan of this Fiat, but, you know, I picked up a couple extras of these, though, just in case. All right, and then I found this Matchbox on the pegs. I'm sure I already have it, but I grabbed it anyway, because instead of checking to see if I have it, I'm just going to open it, and then later on, and when I'm looking through stuff, if I end up having doubles of this, I end up having doubles of it. But you got this guy right here. So this is like the 70th anniversary. It's the Porsche 911 Rally. I don't know. I might have it. I might not. But I have it now. I know that for sure. All right. So what else? We've got two Kyosho we're going to look at. I picked up these from Todd. My buddy Todd is just kind of getting rid of some stuff, and he was getting rid of these Kyoshos. So I got a Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR, which is like I need another one of this particular vehicle, but whatever. I picked it up from him. It's a Kyosho. Why not? So I got that, and then I got some more Kyosho coming, by the way, from Diecast Talk. He had a bunch of older Kyosho he was selling on his website, and I ended up picking up a few models. That should be coming pretty quick here now that I think about it. I almost forgot that I ordered them. All right, and then Kyosho FJ Cruiser. So this is pretty cool to get this, because I also found recently this one. So we're going to get to do a little Kyosho versus Johnny Lightning comparison, which I think is pretty awesome because, you know, Kyosho is kind of a premium type brand of yesteryear, I would say. I mean, they sort of put out stuff every once in a while on 1/64 scale, but they don't do it that often anymore. And then we have the Johnny Lightning, which is a new casting from Johnny Lightning, or a newer casting from Johnny Lightning. Did I already cut this sucker open? This is the thing that's like split across the top. I didn't do that. Weird. Anyway, well, we got these two, and we're going to do a little compare contrast with those, and that's exciting. And then the remainder of the video, what I have is stuff that I got from some friends. So I went on a little journey for work this last week, and I went to the great state of Oklahoma, and I stayed in a hotel in Moore, Oklahoma, which was right by Oklahoma City, in Norman, Oklahoma. And my buddy Zach Manser lives in Norman, Oklahoma. So he met me at my hotel. We hung out for a little bit, chatted for a little bit, and he brought me a couple of cars. He brought me this guy here, Firebird. Pretty cool. I actually did not have this one. So this is just the, well, they label it as Pontiac Firebird. It's like kind of like the red line casting type of deal-ish. A premium casting, so it's got metal base, metal body. I've got a couple different versions of this, but I don't think I have this green one. And then this one is really cool. This is the Johnny Lightning Yesterday and Today Firebird. And I don't think I had this one. So I collect that casting right there, and then sort of get the other one, the modern Firebird, every once in a while. But I don't think I had this set at all, so that's great. And I guess he's been hanging on to this for a while, now that I remember, for me. But we'll check that out in the next segment. So we'll open up that. So that was cool. I got to meet him and chat with him. I've chatted with him on Instagram and all that stuff several times. He comments on YouTube videos and all that jazz. Just a fun dude. And it was good to get to see him. All right. And then I got a box from our buddy, you guessed it, Jay, who sends a box nearly every week. Actually, pretty much every week. So we got some oddball. I'm not sure what these are. We're going to open them up. Hot Wheels Racing. One says McDonald's on it, and the other says Tide. They look like they're way too... I don't know. There's some weird like T-bucket casting, it looks like, just looking underneath here. But we'll open up those and find out more about them. And then he sent me this Pontiac Firebird Macho Trans Am. I'm not sure if I have this already or not. But again, we're going to use the same philosophy. I'm just going to open it up because this casting very frequently has issues with it not sitting straight. And just from observing this from in the package, it looks like this one's stance is actually probably going to be pretty good. So I think I'm going to open it, and likely if I have another one of these, it's going to replace it, because if I do have it, I remember having issues with a lot of these Macho Trans Ams. So we'll see. And then, weird stuff, he sent me this Monogram Mini Exacts. So, funny thing about this is I never had one in the package, but I did have quite a few of these little Mini Exacts. And I had them from when I was a kid. Like, my parents got them at a rummage sale or found them or something and gave them to me. And then, subsequently, I think I got rid of them. But I did do a video actually on this channel way back in the day on Monogram Mini Exacts. So you'd have to search for that. I don't even know how easy that is going to be to find. But all mine were like kind of in played with condition because I played with them as a kid and whatnot. I'm not sure if I'm even going to take this out of the package. I might just leave it in and kind of display it as such. Just as kind of an example of what this was. The only reason why is because I'm going to take it out and then I'm going to lose the thing. And I don't know, it kind of looks really cool in the package. So, and it's on an unpunched card. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. But thank you, Jay, for those. And then he also sent me the latest Silver series of Hot Wheels, which is the Vintage Racing Club. So I got this whole set minus the, I guess, Chase Camaro. So I still need that one. I still need the Porsche 914 from the previous set, the Porsche set. So chases in these lines, or what? Are they chases? Are they just harder to find? Nobody's kind of really, you know, wanting to commit to one way or the other what the heck's going on. But I think Lamley did just put out a video, though, explaining this series, and I haven't watched it yet, so I should probably do that. All right, so 1955 Corvette. This one's got a metal body, metal base. The Lamborghini Miura SV. This one does not have a metal base. It saddens me to say this might be my least favorite in the set, and I love the Miura. BMW 2002. This one's probably my favorite of the set right here. This one does have a metal base, I think. No, it doesn't. This one has a plastic base. But, I don't know. It looks cool. It feels heavy. We've got the Porsche 911. So, this is like the same... Is that metal or is that plastic? And that's hard to tell in the package. We'll open it up and check it out. We've got that Porsche. That was in the Porsche set, too. That same casting, right? And then this one's metal for sure. This is a 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. This was a nice one as well. So, we got a kind of a few stuff to open up here. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around. I got to find a camera angle in here to use. I might use the same one as we did last week. That one seemed to work out pretty good. So, I think we're going to do that. And, yeah. So, thank you guys very much. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around and look some stuff up close. All right, so let's start this second half off by taking a look at this Kyosho FJ Cruiser, and then let's compare it to the Johnny Lightning, why don't we? So go ahead and open it up. Oh, thank you. Well, you're welcome. So I have a feeling there's going to be some things that the Johnny Lightning does better and some things that the Kyosho does better. That's just the way it's going to go. Neither of them are going to be like the perfect model. It's just the way it goes in Diecast. The Kyosho tooling is probably quite a bit older. Well, obviously we know it's older because the Johnny Lightning one is fairly new. The Kyosho one's definitely going to be a little older. But let's take a look. You get a highly detailed model. It's on a plastic base with, one screw through the bottom and acrylic case. So get a little screwdriver here and open it up, or unscrew it rather. Rolls quite well. So that is cool. And digging that. We've got, a pretty highly detailed model. You get inserted details for headlights, some sort of like etched grill in the front, which is a really cool detail. Toyota on there. The A is a little messed up, but other than that, it looks pretty good. The rear of the vehicle. We get inserted details for taillights. The one thing is, this is not a window piece here. This is painted over. We're going to see in the Johnny Lightning, I believe, that is a window piece. Black rims, which not super into on this particular vehicle. Plastic base, metal body. Overall, looks pretty decent. So, I think it looks good. It's a good looking FJ. But let's compare it to the Johnny Lightning, which I got right here. I like the wheels on the Johnny Lightning better already. Let's open that up. This one is titanium silver, and it is in, what is this? 2022 Release 3 for Classic Gold is what we got here. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. So this one, you could tell right away, there's a couple of differences. So one is it's got a roof rack, and the other one did not. The other one is it does have that window is in place in the back. It's not just a painted black thing. Whereas this one, this is painted black, and then there is a window piece back here. Not that that makes a ton of difference, but you can see detail-wise, the Johnny Lightning looks a little more squared off and not as round. I'm not sure if there was different versions of this vehicle where, see this right here, that like lip that's on there, that's kind of there on this, but not quite. This looks a little bit more rounded. They both have side mirrors. I would argue that the Johnny Lightnings actually are more detailed than the Kyosho in this case. The front end, we have just painted details on the Johnny Lightning. We've got inserted details on the Kyosho. It looks like the grill is like inset a little bit far on the Kyosho now that we're looking at it. So there are a couple spots where the Johnny Lightning looks better. And there are, I don't know. Overall, I actually might like the Johnny Lightning better. I wasn't really expecting to. I mean, we got a Kyosho here. You guys that really know this vehicle, this looks like to be bent like in concave there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. So to you people that really know this vehicle and are, you know, intimate with it, you might be able to tell me more. Now, they both have legit spare tires. This one just has a thinner tire. It's rubber. But it's the same ones that are on the car. This one is the same deal. It's just a thicker tire for Johnny Lightning. And it's got that thick tire on the back. Same tread pattern, all that jazz. It's the same tire. This one also has a metal body and a metal base. So, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Does this one have an opening hood? I don't remember. It looks like it should. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. This one has an opening hood too that you're not going to see on the Kyosho as well. So honestly, I was expecting like the Kyosho to kind of be like a lot better than the Johnny Lightning, because normally Kyosho is like a premium brand. At least they were a premium brand for 1/64 scale kind of back in the day. Like I said, they don't really put out much now, but man, the Johnny really holds its own. Scale-wise, it's weird because the way that it's shaped, the Johnny Lightning to me appears smaller than the Kyosho. But when you put them side by side, they are pretty much the exact same size. This one's a little bit longer. Width-wise, they're actually the same. And height-wise, the Johnny's actually a little bit taller. So maybe because this is a little bit taller and just a smidge shorter, it appears smaller than the Kyosho. Interesting. Well, I like them both. I'm going to keep them both in the collection, of course, so that's going to be my verdict. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. What you think is better. I can tell you that the Johnny Lightning is going to cost a lot less to add it to your collection. I can tell you that. And I can tell you it's pretty darn good detailed. Now, Matchbox also did an FJ recently, and it's not very good, in my opinion. So we'll rule that one out. It's in the moving parts line. It's small, and it's just, I don't know. It's not great. All right, so let's go ahead and do the Nissan Skyline. I'm going to be honest, the only reason why I really picked this one up is because, you know, I saw Kyosho, and I'm like, I want to add more Kyosho. It's been a while since I've added Kyosho to the collection, and Todd was basically blowing these out, so, or basically sold me these really cheap, which he does quite often when he's just trying to get rid of stuff, so I went ahead and snagged this guy. Yeah, didn't really need it. Prefer this car in, you know, silver, but this weird, like, orange, tan, whatever, orangey, yellowy color, it's not bad. So we'll add that to the Kyosho collection. Yeah, I guess not much else to talk about that. It's just, you know, it's a Kyosho. It's Kyosho tooling. It's a metal body, plastic base, just like everything else. This one does have the black rims as well. And we get inserted details for headlights and taillights. And overall, it's a pretty good looking one. Not as good as like the Inno 64 Hacko Skyline. So there's that. All right. Moving on, we should probably look at this guy. This one I'm excited for. I'm going to show you the flawed one first. So this one is number 20,701 out of 30,000. Tampos on this side look good. Tampos on this side look like that. This thing looks like it's been in a little bit of an accident on its way into the package. And that's something you don't complain about on a mainline car, but when you're spending, I mean, basically, if you would have just bought one of these what were they, like 25 plus shipping? So you're looking at like 35 bucks or something like that. If you would have just bought one. And then you would have got this. And unless you're like blind, that would have made you mad. And I'm lucky I got two, because now I got one that's decent out of the two that I got. But I'm probably going to complain about this one. I probably am. Because, you know, that shouldn't have slipped by QC, I don't think. All right, then we got this 71 Javelin AMX. Of course, here's the good one, or at least the one I think is good. Until we pull it out of the package, we don't know. But viewing it through the plastic, it appears to be okay. So let's go ahead and open it up. Shoot. Get stuff out of the way. And it's an RLC car, so of course I don't really want to touch it much with my bare hands, because I don't want to put my fingerprints all over the mirrored finish. Because then I got to clean them off, and that's just a pain in the butt. So, yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. It feels like a lot lighter weight than I thought it would. Of course it rolls good. It's a Hot Wheels. This is like a brand new tooling as well. So, brand new. Got the engine detail in there. I mean, this is a pretty cool Hot Wheel, I will say. I think it's neat. Copyright date 2023, of course. It's kind of like Gasser / Zinger kind of thing going on. This drag vehicle. And I like the Spectraflame brown. I think that that's cool with the, you know, very like 70s graphics kind of thing going on to it. I dig it. I think it's pretty awesome. A little miffed about the junky one I got, but we'll see if I can get that rectified or what. So either get it replaced or refunded. I'd just take my money back on it at this point, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll update you guys next week on what ended up happening, if I really do end up getting the chance. But I don't know. What'd you guys think about this one? Did you pick it up? You think it was worth it? Did you snag it? Did you pass? What did you do? I'm curious, genuinely. All right. Moving on. I suppose let's stick with Hot Wheels for a moment. And let's open up the one car from Zach, one of the Hot Wheels from Zach anyway. This popular hot rodding series, Pontiac Firebird, number 1 of 4. This is in the 100% preferred collection, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting, because they're not really like Hot Wheels 100%, so to speak. So this casting is like, kind of like a mimic, I guess, of kind of the old Red Line. Look at it, it's got some weird paint issue. I bet you that's kind of the same kind of thing they were having during this era. But it's green. It's got a cool color to it. Opening hood. This is a Firebird casting I don't necessarily like go after. But when I do see them and they're inexpensive, I do pick them up. And this was 2002. Is the copyright date on the bottom of this one. But still kind of a cool little Firebird to add to the collection of Firebirds, which I've got quite a few of. We got painted details front and back, so it's a fully detailed Hot Wheel, and it looks pretty good. We just got some issues with the paint on the base, but that's really no big deal, right? It's got the old school kind of looking Real Riders, when they didn't really have much for rim choices with the rubber tires, but that's what you got back in 2002. All right. So, mainline stuff real quick. Fiat 500E. In a Target Red edition. It's a Fiat. It looks okay. It looks kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Little red edition Fiat. zipping around. It's got detailed headlights. They look nice. Nothing on the back, of course. And then you got your standard side tampos with the red for Red Edition, which denotes that it is a Target exclusive model. So that is cool. And then we've got another Target exclusive model here. This is the 15 Dodge Charger SRT. I don't know. Hot Wheels Airlines Runway Marshall. Kind of a, I don't know, weird tooling. It's like a, just like the police version, basically. Red Edition. It's got a red window and red graphics and red right there. And kind of bleh. I almost didn't pick this one up at all. There was a few hanging there, but I don't know. I wasn't really that into it. This one's probably quite a desirable mainline. You know, it's a Honda Civic Si, and you Honda fans are ravenous when it comes to collecting little toy cars of Hondas. So, oh, we got, of course, an issue. Why wouldn't we? Missing a little bit of the chrome paint on the lip of the rim there. We got detailed taillights, detailed headlights, faux carbon fiber hood. I mean, it's a decent looking mainline. It's gold. I think this thing's actually kind of ugly, to be honest, but had to pick it up because, I don't know, people were really digging this one for whatever reason. And it's not really my cup of tea, but, you know, some others really enjoy it. And, you know, I decided to jump on the bandwagon and grab one once I saw it. I'm like, oh, yeah, hey, there's that hanging on the pegs. I better look through the rest of these because I don't think this case has been touched. And then sure enough, I mean, if you find this guy on the pegs, the gasser, it's probably true. So I probably was the first person to see this stuff on the pegs. At least the first person that collected Hot Wheels. To see the stuff on the pegs, otherwise I believe these two would have been missing. Along with more of the Red Edition cars. And this is a pretty cool version of the gasser, I think. This Chevy Bel Air, the collector. I like it. Hot Wheels up top. It's got like a Mattel kind of thing going on, and it's I think it's really cool, so I like it. It's kind of an orange, and I mean, it really looks kind of premium. It's got the retro slot wheels. I like that it has a black base and then the chrome engine. It has to have a chrome interior because it's how you get the chrome engine, but I think this is a really nice mainline version of this Hot Wheels gasser. It's a nice one, the collector. So I'm digging that. I think that's really neat. Ooh, don't roll off. Oh, stay there. All right. So we got that. A little BMW 507. Not as exciting probably to the majority of you as the other mainline cars we got today, and we just keep dropping that one. So I don't know what about it. It's slippery. But here this is in yellow. I thought this looked pretty good in yellow. Got a little BMW logo up in front, or something that resembles it anyway. Roundels on the side with numbers. Another little BMW logo right there. And overall, it's a decent little model. So don't mind that. And then this Porsche, which I'm pretty sure I already have, but as previously stated, we are not going to bother checking. And this is a Matchbox, of course. 70th anniversary edition, special edition Porsche 911 Rally. And it's kind of a cool casting. You guys know I like my Porsches, so had to pick up this one. And maybe I had to pick it up twice. I can't remember. I don't remember ever finding this one. But I did now, if I didn't before. All right. Let's see. Let's stick with Hot Wheels. Let's open up these two weirdo things from Jay. NASCAR Hot Rod Series 25,000 production run, 4 in a series of 4. This is number 4 in a series of 4. I don't know. What does this really have? I mean, I get it. Like, this is a NASCAR livery on a Hot Wheels car. Is that the deal here with this? Tide. Downey. What a goofy thing. And that's part of the reason why Jay sends this stuff to me, is just cool. I don't have to love everything he sends, because he sends weird stuff, right? And the whole point is to look at this stuff and kind of wonder what was going on here with Hot Wheels. And that's where I'm at with this one, is like, they were just going to put NASCAR liveries on a tea bucket thing. And I don't know. I guess if you're a NASCAR fan and you were a fan of whoever the driver was for that, you would be way into it. And then you got this one. If you're a fan of McDonald's or whoever drove the actual NASCAR car, you'd get this one. So this is another tea bucket with a different NASCAR livery on it. I guess it's kind of an interesting concept. It'd be funnier if they did it with like a Lamborghini Diablo or something and threw a NASCAR livery on it, or like whatever they had castings at that time. Like, it'd be funny if they just totally didn't work. Like, I guess this really doesn't work. It's kind of a fantasy casting, but it would be hilarious if it was like on a, I don't know, Porsche 959 with a McDonald's livery on it. That would have been funnier, I'd guess. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off on that. But there's those weird things. Let's see. We're going to get to the other stuff in a minute because I dropped it on the ground. We've got the Vintage Racing Club set. Let's go through this. Should we go through it in order? Sure. Let's, so 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. This is actually a really good looking model in the package. So what's the deal with these? They're semi-premium. Some of them have metal bases, some of them don't. But what they do all have, from what I can tell, is like a full deco situation. And I've already argued with some people saying that I actually like this line, I think, better than Car Culture right now. Why? Why is that? Well, because they're tampoed. They're not that low DPI print quality that you see on the premium releases. The only knock you're going to have against these is the fact that they don't have rubber wheels. If they had rubber wheels, well, then they would just probably call them premium. I wonder if we'll ever get a set with just rubber wheels and like a full tampo deco. Or it doesn't have to be full deco necessarily, but fully tampoed on all sides. So you get pad printing on the front of it, which looks great, and then the back of it, very minimal, but it looks good. Pretty sharp looking Mercedes logo on the back there. Pretty sharp looking 24. This almost looks like it's got the dot matrix thing going on the sides. So I don't know what kind of printing processes they're using. I think these are made in Thailand. Yep, not Malaysia. And I don't know. Pretty solid looking, nice looking car there. Out of the two sets so far, we got the wagons, the Porsches, this. There's a Japanese set coming out. I think the Porsches is still my favorite. And then the wagons would be my second favorite. This would be my least favorite as a set. And for some reason, that first set of wagons did not have a chase, but they did have a Datsun 510 wagon, which you might as well have considered as a chase because those obviously got scooped. Anyone that found them scooped them. This is a 55 Corvette, and then of course the Porsches have a chase, and this has a chase, and I don't have either of the chases. So that kind of irritates me a little bit because I got to go try to find those or try to get those. The nice thing is that they're not like clearly chases, so I think down the road you'll be able to find them cheap. It's not something that's going to easily appreciate in value because you kind of know what you're looking for. It's not like obvious like a Super Treasure Hunt, or kind of like the Car Culture thing because it all follows the one thing. They're all black. So down the line, it's not going to be as easy to tell how rare the harder ones to find are. And I don't really know how rare they are. Who knows? But Anyway, that Corvette, actually like it a lot better than I thought I would. It's pretty neat. It's got a metal base. BMW 2002 is a cool casting. It's been around for a while. Yeah. Vintage Racing Club. Again, you get detail up front. Detail in the back. Plastic base on this one, but these kind of cool newer wheels. This is a cool casting. I like that one quite a bit. I think that one's nice. What else do we got? We've got number 4, which is this guy here, the 1971 Lamborghini Miura SV. Actually, my least favorite in the set. I don't know why. It just, well, I do know why. I love the Miura. The Hot Wheels tooling of it, though, I'm not a huge fan of. And a couple of reasons for that. One is proportionately, and that's the main one, it's just proportionally it doesn't look all that great. I forget the copyright date. 2017 is the copyright date on the tooling, and this one has got the track logo on it, so they kind of altered. I'm guessing they kind of changed the way this was so it would be good on the track. I don't like the exaggerated different sizes of wheels. Now, yes, the Miura, I believe, no, I don't, does it? Yeah, it probably has slightly different sized wheels from front to back, but it's not going to be this exaggerated, and I just think this makes the car look way out of proportion and it doesn't look all that good. So I love the Miura. Hot Wheels, the casting, the tooling for it, I'm not a huge fan of. There are lots of diecast companies that have done the Miura and have done a lot better job at it. You know, Tomica Limited Vintage maybe being the king of that. But even like, we'll say, like Matchbox, I think did a Miura, and I think it's better looking. So that's my opinion. And then of course Kyosho's done one, all that good stuff too. But so that's my least favorite one in the set. And then you've got this 1971 Porsche 911. I think, you know, weirdly, I'm really liking that Vet for some reason. So this one, we get plastic base this time on this casting. I think it was metal. Yeah, it was metal in the Porsche series. But we get plastic on this one. And it's a good looking Porsche. It's green. It's got the full graphics all over the place and all of that good stuff. It's just, you know, it's okay. I don't think the livery is all that attractive. I don't think it looks all that great. These 3 models right here, though, I'm really digging. And then, of course, I don't have the Camaro to look at. It's red. I think it looks pretty decent from pictures and stuff that I've seen or videos that I've seen. But there you have it. All right. We got just a couple of things left here. We've got this guy. I got to grab some... Ooh, I just knocked the camera. I apologize about that. I gotta grab this stuff. Stuff that I dropped on the ground. Okay, alright, we're back. Let's open up the Johnny Lightning first to get this big chunky package out of the way. So, I don't know how long Zach's been hanging out of this for me. It's been a while, I'm sure. Alright, so this is kind of a weird little concept thing. It came with like a billboard. And it's kind of neat because you pull the thing and it changes the car. How cool is that? And then, of course, we got the car. So let's get those out. This comes out of here so we can get this plastic piece off of here. And then you could, if you wanted to, display this. So Johnny Lightning's always done some cool stuff like this, where you could display these like this in your diecast room and be able to do that. That's kind of neat. Neat little billboard. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but we'll set it aside for now and look at the cars. So here's the modern Firebird opening hood. Decent little casting from Johnny Lightning. Came out in 2000 or 2001, something like that. and it's a pretty good looking version of this car. This is the casting I collect, however, is this one right here. I get all of these Firebirds, the 67, and I've got very many of them. I've got a lot. And opening hood on this casting as well. And it's a pretty decent little tooling. Metal body, metal base, all that good stuff from Johnny Lightning. Of course, full details front and back as well. So there's that. And then sticking with Firebirds, Greenlight. I need a scissors for this one. I'm going to pull this off camera and cut it open. Again, I might already have this, but we're going to look at it anyway. And there it is. So this casting's nice from Greenlight. However, it often has stance issues. And this one, yeah, it never sits straight, ever. This one doesn't either. It just never does. That's what deters me sometimes from buying these, is because I know they're going to have an issue. It's almost got like a gasser look to it, first of all. The back is lower than the front, which is kind of how these look anyway, but then this axle in the front is completely crooked in there, so it's actually, sorry, it's got to lean that way. And that is very, very common for this tooling for some reason. When they set it up and they get the hole drilled or whatever they do for the axle, it always gets screwed up. This is number 744. They do number their stuff, which is kind of neat. It's got some paint bubbling in it as well. So this is just classic Greenlight QC issues. And this casting, unfortunately, more than a lot of others, suffers from quality issues quite frequently. But we'll hang on to her. I'll keep it. I'm going to throw it with my Firebird collection. Thank you very much, Jay, for providing that one. Thank you very much. All right. Last but not least, we got this mini exact. And I'm actually not going to pull it out. We're going to leave it in the package. It's too cool in the package, and I don't really have a place to display it out of the package. So let me explain these to you real quick. So these monogram mini exacts are precisely detailed replicas, reproductions, or replicas of little cars. They're in 1/87 scale, a scale I don't collect, but they're very plain. There's like no painted detail on them at all. It's a plastic body. I think they have a metal base. So a metal-based plastic body, and they look plain like this. And I think they were meant for you to detail them yourself. So this is for kind of train scale type people that do the train stuff, right, in HO scale. For them, if they wanted to, they would be able to add more details to these little cars, which is something that those folks enjoy doing. So that would be that. And I'm just not going to open it. I apologize about that. I'm going to leave it like this because I don't want to wreck the packaging opening it. I don't think it's an easy one to get resealed and to get back onto that little mirrored thing. So I'm going to keep it like that because that's how it's going to get displayed. So there you have it. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Diecast Weekly episode. As usual, I've got a ton of other stuff to show in future episodes here already lined up. So stay tuned to the channel for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.